My girlfriend told me the only reason she dated a guy like me was because she had a kid, so I told her she's not the hot girl anymore. And what happened next ended the relationship instantly. Hello, Reddit I plus here. I was 32 the night everything blew up, though the way it unfolded felt like something straight out of a bad drama. My girlfriend at the time, Rhea, was 29, and we had been together a little over 3 years. By then, our routines felt stitched into my life. Her place had practically become my second home. I had a drawer full of shirts in her dresser. My razor sat next to hers on the bathroom counter, and her daughter Nori, who was 8, greeted me every time I walked through the door like I belonged there, and for a long while, I really thought I did. But that night, the illusion cracked. It was a Tuesday, the kind of evening where everything feels slow. I was rinsing off plates after dinner, while Rhea leaned on the counter sipping a cheap red wine she kept buying because it tasted expensive. We'd gotten into a tiny argument, nothing new. Something about whose turn it was to wash dishes. We both worked long hours, and stress spilled into little things. I said something like, "You cooked, so I'll clean, it's fine." She said something like, "You always say that, but never actually do it." That annoyed me, because I was literally washing dishes at that moment. Then she sighed loud enough to echo off the walls, and mumbled that we never went anywhere anymore, that our dates had become boring, that I'd gotten comfortable in a way that wasn't attractive. I told her she hadn't planned anything either. Just a normal back and forth, nothing special, but something shifted in her expression, something sharp that I hadn't seen before. She set her wine glass down so hard, it clacked against the granite. Then she said it, the sentence that split my whole world in two. "Honestly, I only started dating you because I needed someone stable. I have a kid, and men my age don't want to take that on. You were the safe choice." For a heartbeat, everything stopped. The water still ran into the sink. A dish slipped from my hand and clattered in the basin. 3 years of shared birthdays and late-night talks. 3 years of school pickups and math homework. 3 years of tying Nori's shoelaces and helping her practice piano. 3 years of thinking we were building something real, and she was standing there telling me I was the fallback plan. I shut off the faucet, wiped my hands with the dish towel, and faced her. "Rhea, if that's how you really feel," I said slowly, "then I need to tell you something too. You're not exactly the irresistible woman you think you are anymore. Looks fade. Attitude sticks." Her jaw fell like I'd slapped her. She sputtered at first, no words, just shock. Then the fury kicked in. "How dare you? Do you know how many men want me? Do you have any idea how lucky you are that I even noticed you? Who do you think you are talking to like that?" I shrugged. Calm. Too calm. "If you really believe that, go find one of those men. I'm done." Her rage flipped into panic so fast it gave me whiplash. Suddenly she was apologizing, saying she was tired, overworked, stressed, that her ex had been giving her trouble about child support again. She reached for my arm, but I stepped away. I headed into the bedroom and started packing. My duffel bag swallowed the shirts from my drawer, the charger from my nightstand, the mug Nori painted for me one Christmas. Rhea followed me around, shifting between begging and snapping every few seconds. "You're giving up over one stupid comment? I didn't mean it. You're being dramatic. Can we please talk like adults?" "Fine, leave then." "No, don't leave, please." None of it mattered anymore. While I zipped the bag, the soft sound of footsteps came from the hallway. Nori appeared in the doorway wearing mismatched pajamas, rubbing her eyes. "Why are you yelling?" she asked, voice tiny. Rhea spun around. "Nori, go to bed." But Nori didn't look at her. She looked at me. Her eyes were wet, confused, scared, and that hurt more than anything Rhea had said. Nori stood there in the dim hallway light, clutching a stuffed rabbit that was missing one ear. She always carried that thing when she felt anxious. I'd sewn the ear back twice already, but it kept falling off. She liked it that way. Said it made the rabbit unique. Her eyes locked on mine, and something in my chest tightened. "Are you leaving?" she whispered. Rhea moved fast, stepping between us like she could block the question itself. "He's just upset. Go to your room." But Nori didn't budge. She took one more step forward, small feet barely making a sound. Did I do something wrong? That sentence cracked me open. I crouched down so I wasn't towering over her. "No, sweetheart. You did nothing wrong. None of this is because of you." Her bottom lip trembled. "Then why are you packing?" "Because your mother just showed me who she really is. Because I thought I mattered in this house. Because you're the only thing I'll miss." Those were the truths. But I couldn't say any of them. "I just need to stay somewhere else tonight," I said gently. She nodded like she was trying to be strong, but tears rolled down her cheeks anyway. She wiped them quickly, embarrassed to cry in front of me. I reached out and pulled her into a hug. Her tiny hands squeezed the back of my shirt the way she always did when she wanted me to stay longer at bedtime. Ria didn't say a word during that hug, maybe because she knew she had caused it. Maybe because she didn't want to look like the villain in front of her daughter. Maybe because deep down she understood the weight of what she'd broken. When I finally stood, Nori whispered, "Will you come tomorrow?" I couldn't lie to her, not even to make her feel better. I don't know yet. Ria let out a small breath, annoyed, but she didn't say anything. I grabbed my bag, walked to the hallway, and slipped on my shoes. Ria followed, arms crossed like she was holding herself together. Her voice was stiff, almost defensive. "You're really leaving over this?" I paused at the door. What I wanted to say was, "I've been here for you, for your daughter, for this life we were building. I stayed through the hard days. I picked up the pieces you dropped, and you called me the safe option, like I was a backup plan instead of a partner, but I didn't say any of that. I'm leaving," I said quietly, "because now I know what you really think of me." She opened her mouth, but I was already turning the handle. The night outside was cool, quiet, oddly peaceful after the storm inside. I walked to my car, tossed the bag into the back seat, and sat behind the wheel for a full minute before starting the engine. And when I finally drove off, I didn't look back. I slept at my cousin's place that night. Slept might be the wrong word. I mostly lay awake staring at the ceiling, replaying everything, feeling every crack in my chest. 3 years isn't a small thing to throw away. But disrespect, once spoken out loud, doesn't disappear. The next morning I woke up to 12 missed calls. 6 from Ria, 3 from numbers I didn't recognize, 3 from Nori's tablet, the one she only used for school and games. That third set hit the hardest. The voicemails were a mess. Ria crying, Ria apologizing, Ria yelling again, Ria begging me to meet for lunch. One voicemail that was just silence except a faint sniffle. That one had to be Nori. For a moment, I thought about going back, just to explain things to her face to face. But I knew how that would go. Ria would twist it, guilt trip me, cry, switch moods, pull me back in. So I didn't go. Instead, I put my phone on silent and went for the longest walk of my life, trying to decide what the next chapter even looked like. I'd tied my life so tightly to theirs that unraveling it now felt almost impossible. But something inside me insisted that it was necessary. The next few days were chaotic. Ria showed up at my work parking lot. She sent long messages that alternated between sweetness and venom. She tried to get mutual friends to talk to me. She even sent a picture of Nori, holding a drawing of us 3 in front of her school. That one almost broke me, but I didn't answer, because sometimes walking away is the only way to stop bleeding.